everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Anna.
And I am Zalfa. So today we are going to talk about something pretty close to home for both of us, student life on campus, especially as economic development student.
Right, and a bit later, we are also going to bring up something that's been all over social media lately, especially TikTok, so make sure you stick around until the end.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
Before we start, I just wanted to say this episode is for an excitement, but honestly, the topic we've chosen today seems quite relevant to what's been happening around news lately.
For sure, it's something almost every student has probably seen or heard about by now.
So, Salva, since we are both economy development students, what do you think our daily campus life looks like so far, especially since we are still only in our second semester?
To be honest, my schedule is already incredibly packed. Between lectures, group assignment, and presentation, there's barely any free time during the week.
Right, group assignment especially feels like there's always a group chat blowing up, everyone trying to figure out who doing which part.
Exactly. And then there's the individual text too, like weekly reading for microeconomics, case studies for statistics, plus quiz that pop out of nowhere.
Don't forget the presentation. Every week feels like someone's group is up next and we are all scrambling to finish the slide the night before.
True, and since we are still new to college life, we are also still figuring out how to manage our time, like balancing classes with rest, of knowing when to actually start an assignment instead of waiting until the last minute.
It's a lot to juggle, but it's also what makes student life feel real. We are not just sitting in lecture taking notes, we are already learning how to work together and handle deadlines as a team.
Agree, and honestly, the simple things matter too. Hanging out at the campus canteen, between classes, joining group study session before quiz, even just complaining about deadlines together in the chat.
That's definitely part of the experience. It's tiring sometimes, but looking back, these are probably the moments we'll miss the most later on.
Oh, remember last week when we had three group assignments due on the same day?
Don't remember me. We ended up staying up really late trying to finish all of them.
Exactly. Stressful in the moment, but somehow we always manage to pull through together.
Speaking of campus life though, have you seen what's been going around TikTok lately?
You mean the video about student caught kissing in public areas on campus?
Yeah, exactly that. It's honestly been all over my FYP for the past 5 days.
Same here, and from what I've seen, there have been at least two spare cases recently that went viral, not just one.
It's real how fast this thing spread. One video gets uploaded, and within hours it's already reached thousands and thousands of views.
That's the FYP algorithm for you. Once something gets enough attention, the problem keeps getting bigger, and soon everyone saw it, even people who had nothing to do with the campus at all.
True, and it sparked a lot of discussion online too, with people sharing all kinds of opinions, some more harsh than others.
Yeah, it's become a world topic of its own on social media this past week.
It's not just the original video either. People are re-uploading clips, taking screenshots, and writing long comments. There's debating who, right or wrong. It just keeps spreading from there.
Right, and once something research that skill, the campus name involved gets dragged into it too, which probably is not something the rest of the student there asks for. So, what's your honest take on it, Anna?
Honestly, I think it's not appropriate behavior. Especially in a public academic space like campus, campus is supposed to be a place for learning, not for the kind of personal display.
I feel the same way. As university students, we are kind of expect to set a good example, not just for younger students, but for the public image of our dual institution.
Exactly, and I think it's not just about the act itself, it's also about respecting shared public space in general. There are clear line between personal life and public behavior, and that line matters even more on campus growth.
Right. I also think social media plays a pretty bigger role here. Some people might act like certain way without really thinking about how easily it can be recorded by someone nearby and shared. And once it out there, it's almost impossible to take back.
That's a really good point actually. It shows how careful students need to be these days. Not just about their action, but about understanding that almost anything in public can end up online within minutes.
At the same time, I think we should be carefully not to trans into excessive public shaming either. The behavior itself should definitely be addressed, but it should not turn into something that follows someone around forever or completely ruins their life.
Agree, it's about accountability, not humanization. There's a difference between correcting a mistake and just piling on for view.
Exactly. And honestly, I think this whole situation also says something about how we as students sometimes forget that campus is still a formal, shared environment even outside of classroom halls. So, what do you hope happens next, especially from the campus sides?
Honestly, I hope the campus handle this firmly but fairly, like give clear consequence according to the student code of conduct, but also pair in with proper guidance and counseling, not just punishment for the sake of punishment.
I agree. Maybe this can also be a good moment for the campus to strengthen its socialization about ethics and behavior in shared public space so students understand the boundaries more clearly going forward.
Yeah, and hopefully this become a lesson not just for the student directly involved, but for all of us as a student body. Remember to always think twice about how our action reflect on ourselves and on our campus as a whole.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we are all still learning how to navigate adult life, and honestly, incident like this can be turned into something educational if it's handled with the right approach.
Agreed. It's less about pointing fingers and more about growing from it together as a campus community.
Maybe something practical too, like the campus could run an orientation session on ethics and conduct every semester, not just one when we are freshmen, so it stays fresh in everyone's mind.
That's a good idea, and having the counseling of fees more visible and approachable will help too. So students feel comfortable reaching out before things escalate, not just after something goes viral. Alright, that's all for today's discussion.
To sum it up, campus life gives us so many good experience, group project, presentation, friendship, but it also comes with responsibility, especially in how we behave in shared public space.
Hopefully, this gave you all something to think about, especially when it comes to how we present ourselves as students both inside and outside campus.
And hopefully, situations like the one we talk about today become less common going forward because everyone learned something from it.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Let us know what you think too.
Bye bye!